My name is Ava, and my lesbian story started when I realized that one conversation could quietly change everything. At the time, I didn't think of it as a beginning. I thought it was just a moment, just another person passing through my life. Her name is Nora, and she entered my world in the most ordinary way, which somehow made it feel more real. We met without expectations, no tension, no hidden meaning. We talked easily, like we had already known each other for a while. I remember thinking how calm I felt around her, how natural it was to speak without filtering my thoughts. She wasn't trying to impress me, and I wasn't trying to be anyone else. That was new for me. At first, I told myself she was just a friend, someone I enjoyed talking to, someone whose messages I answered a little faster than the others, someone whose voice stayed in my head longer than it should have. I didn't question it. I didn't want to. It felt safe to keep it simple. But slowly, I noticed the small things. The way she remembered details I forgot I had shared. The way she looked at me when I spoke, like my words mattered. The way silence between us never felt awkward. Somewhere in those quiet moments, something inside me shifted. Not suddenly, gently. I didn't panic. I didn't label it. I just let myself feel curious. Curious about why I smiled when her name appeared on my screen. Curious about why I imagined telling her things I had never said out loud before. Curious about what it would be like if our story didn't stop at friendship. Now, as I think about her, I don't picture dramatic scenes or grand gestures. I imagine comfort, trust, a future built from small, meaningful moments, long talks that don't need conclusions, shared routines, a connection that feels steady, not overwhelming. This isn't a story about rushing into something unknown. It's about allowing myself to acknowledge what feels true, about admitting that sometimes love doesn't arrive loudly. Sometimes it grows quietly, patiently, waiting for you to notice. And tonight, as I prepare to see her again, I know this is where my story truly begins. Not with certainty, but with honesty. And for the first time, that feels like enough. Being with Nora feels like discovering a secret place I didn't know existed, and yet, it has always been a part of me. I remember the first time we really spent hours together, just the two of us. No distractions, no expectations, just endless conversation. I realized then that I had been craving this without even knowing it. Her laughter, the way her voice softened when she was thoughtful, the way she made the simplest things feel meaningful. It stayed with me long after we parted. I catch myself imagining all the little moments we could share. Lazy mornings drinking coffee together, the warmth of her hand brushing against mine without thought. Quiet walks where our thoughts mingle in the silence. I imagine us talking about our fears, our dreams, the kind of intimate honesty that feels like trust itself. I picture the soft glow of the evening, her leaning against me while we watch the city move around us. These aren't grand fantasies. They're fragments of life I want to build with her. Sometimes I wonder if she feels the same pull I do, the gentle gravity that brings me closer without a word. I think about all the times I've hesitated, afraid of spoiling what we already have. And then I realize that perhaps the beauty of this is the waiting, the uncertainty, the way our connection grows quietly under the surface. I don't need to rush it. I just need to let it be. I imagine a future where we understand each other without explanation, where our friendship evolves naturally into something deeper. I think about late-night talks that stretch until sunrise, where we share our hopes and fears and everything in between. I think about how small gestures, texting first thing in the morning, leaving a note in her bag, laughing at private jokes, can become the foundation of a life together. And even now, as I stand in this quiet moment, I feel a warmth that's entirely hers. It's not overwhelming or frantic. It's patient, steady, and persistent. It's the feeling that whatever happens next, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. My thoughts drift to all the ways I can show her how much she matters, without words, without pressure, simply by being present, by noticing her, by letting her see me as I am. This story isn't about instant revelation. It's about the slow, almost imperceptible shift of the heart. It's about noticing her, truly noticing, and letting that awareness change everything. And tonight, as I step toward her again, I carry this feeling with me. The quiet certainty that what we have is something rare, something worth cherishing, something I'm finally brave enough to explore. Tonight feels different. There's a subtle electricity in the air, a gentle tension that isn't frightening, just alive. I think about the first time I allowed myself to imagine a life with Nora beyond friendship. Not just fleeting moments, but a continuous shared rhythm of days, small gestures, and quiet understanding. It wasn't a sudden realization. It was a soft awakening, a recognition that my heart had been waiting for her all along. I imagine the moments yet to come, cooking together on ordinary afternoons, laughing at our clumsy attempts at recipes, our hands brushing accidentally, sparking warmth that neither of us can deny. I picture walks in the park where the sun filters through the trees, and we pause to just breathe, leaning into each other without speaking. Even the mundane becomes intimate because we share it, and that shared life feels like home. Sometimes I lie awake, imagining late-night conversations where we reveal our fears, our insecurities, the parts of ourselves we rarely show anyone. I picture her listening, truly listening, and me feeling understood in ways I never expected. I think about the comfort of falling asleep together in silence, the kind of silence that doesn't need filling, where being next to each other is enough. These little fantasies aren't about romance as a story. They're about connection, about trust, about a deep and steady intimacy that I've longed for without knowing its shape. I think about the courage it takes to open up, to let someone see your heart without guarantee of return. And yet, with Nora, it feels natural. It feels safe. I imagine the slow, gentle unfolding of feelings, the way we might navigate the unknown together, discovering not just each other, but ourselves along the way. I let myself hope, not recklessly, but fully aware of the delicate beauty and possibility. There's a quiet thrill in anticipating her presence, in knowing that tonight I will see her again. My thoughts wander to how our lives might intertwine, how we could create traditions of our own, small rituals that feel personal, intimate, ours. I imagine us laughing at shared memories, leaning on each other in moments of vulnerability, celebrating victories, and comforting losses. Each thought carries a tenderness that makes my chest ache softly with expectation. This story, my story with her, is still unfolding. It's a gentle crescendo, built from patience, trust, and the courage to feel deeply. And as I step toward her tonight, I carry every quiet hope, every soft smile, every imagined moment in my heart. Because with her, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and I am finally ready to embrace it, step by step, breath by breath, fully present in the story we are beginning together.